station with more. You're listening. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is that for a created nation, oh fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending this shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets fill the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years.
10 years old. Do you know why Biafra is fighting?
Biafra is fighting for survivors.
Is it going to win?
Yes,
Land of the right.
BMI.
Across the shores of Africa, the sun is rising. Only Biafra can save Africa from tyranny and injustice like Azagbene aftermath. Over 3.5 million children were being massacred in cold blood in the zoo. Of wicked animals with monkeys and baboons, vultures and hyenas, different in everything like culture and ideas. We must keep the legacies left behind by our pioneers. The cloud is got the rain is gone, behind every downpour. One family, we are children of the rising sun, fighting for survival in the land of our ancestors. Africa must be free from the hands of our oppressors. The struggle is the glory, we are telling our story, getting shot by the police of Alumni hegemony. Biafra is a spirit, she has put the world on notice. The United
listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Yes, sir, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Ukafo Mefo is the man who has... Go and ask those who sold us. All of them are lamenting. Go and ask Buhari. He is lamenting. But now something is happening and we are not seeing it. A lot of people are distracted and we are being sold again into slavery and nobody knows. Just on Monday this week. On Monday this week, an article came online. Of course, not an article from the Nigerian news table. The House of Rep, I read. The House of Representatives said on Monday, they said that they discovered that the Ministry of Transportation has signed a commercial contract. The House of Representatives said on Monday that Nigerian government officially signed empty payment loan for the development of Nigerian railway sector, even before the term of the loan were negotiated. That is according to the Nation newspaper report. The House also said that it discovered that the Ministry of Transportation signed a commercial contract worth 33 billion US dollar without any clear-cut financial arrangement, while most of the contract agreement did not have local content closures. Chairman House Committee on Treaty Protocol and Agreement, Honorable Osai Nicholas Osai, disclosed this during the resumed investigative hearing on the review of bilateral loan agreement and commercial contract agreement by the ministry, department and agency, MDAS. Also said that some of the loan collected by the government were signed even before the term were negotiated. But the Ministry of Transportation, Rotimi Chibuike Amechi, said there was such contract existing in the ministry, as the only contract was $1.6 billion loan from Lagos Ibadan railway project signed by the government of Buhari, and about $800 million loan signed by the Jonathan government. He challenged the committee to furnish his ministry with the details of the contract to enable them make necessary response. Honorable Osai, Nicholas Osai, who frowned at the misconception and misgiving on the ongoing legislative security of various agreements, alleged that the public officers' response for the facilities are only desperate to obtain the loan without a proper security of the agreement. He said, we have also noted comments on the fact that National Assembly approved this loan. So why turn around to probe it? Well, I remember stating in our last meeting here that executive security, scrutiny rather, and oversight by the legislature on government policy, program, and project can be done at the beginning during implementation and at the end of implementation. From our experience, the MDAS signed this commercial agreement in billions of dollars, then go the president and the Federal Executive Council for approval, including securing loans facilities through the Ministry of Finance and Debt Management Office, DMO, and then proceed to negotiate the terms of this loan before coming back to Mr. President, who then writes the National Assembly asking for approval for billions of dollars to do projects without attaching the negotiated loan and commercial contract agreement details. This approach is the reason we have government representatives signing empty pages of loan agreement. Repayment schedules and other key documents required for the loan agreement to become effective. We have commercial contracts signed in US dollar, while the loan agreement for the execution of the same contract were signed in Chinese yuan currency in the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economic through Galaxy Bakoni Limited. We have also seen reference made in the commercial contract regarding BOQS, but none of these commercial contract agreements submitted to us, especially by the Ministry of Transportation, had a single BOQ attached to it. He said further, we have noticed from documents available to us that commercial contract process signed by the Federal Ministry of Transportation alone within this is over 33 billion US dollar at a clear-cut financing agreement. Most of these financial contract agreement did not also have local content closures and were witnessed by non-properly designated or authorized officers. There are observable issues relating to this procurement process, evidence of 15% advance payment of management fee, download process and remittance, and a whole lot of matters which we are strongly poised to ask questions on and hope to get honest answer that will fine-tune the current process. Plan for possible negotiation of some of this government in order to serve Nigeria better. And now I took pain to read this long article, but let me explain to you. We have 54 countries in Africa, and out of these 54 countries in Africa, 38 of them are highly indebted. They are debtors. 54 countries in Africa, 38 of them are poor. The money they are owing global community, they don't own that country any longer. I didn't say out of that 58 that all of them are loan free. There is no single country in Africa without a loan. But out of these 54, I am reminding you this morning that 38 of them are poverty stinking. Forget about how they glow. Their country belongs to the person who loans money to them. But what is amazing and shocking there is that Africa is the harbor of Mother Nature. You talk about gold and silver, you talk about diamonds, you talk about crude oil and gas, you talk about fruit, you talk about food, you talk about precious stones, you talk about chemicals. There is nothing you will talk about that is not in Africa. Yes, if you Google your map, if you search and find out the natural resources that are scattered across the globe, you go to places like America. They will tell, oh, they have crude oil on reserve. You go to China, oh, they have diamond on how do they use this grammar? On that is, it has not been tapped. When you begin to see countries who have oil that has not been tapped, when you begin about the colonial master invasion era, we're still talking about corrupt politicians imposed on us. Who would have believed that the president of America placed Buhari in power? And so we lay no allegation against anybody. We say the truth. Before our very eyes, we are being sold and we see nothing. And that is the only reason, if we fail to deliver our people from this contraction called Nigeria, the next generation will blame us. They will say, our father sold them. They will lie against all of us. Let me highlight some point from that article I have read. One of them said that the Ministry of Transportation signed a commercial contract worth 33 billion US dollar without a clear cut of financial arrangement. Do you know what it means? The money in question is over 33 billion US dollar. Now you come to borrow money from me. There is a term or a phrase used known as collateral. Ordinary a roadside money lender understand that there must be a collateral. The person going to borrow money, you only borrow money without collateral when it has to do with relationship. I know a woman close to my house. She's a money lender. In fact, in that community, she owns more than 90% of the building in that community, as well as over 30% of the land in that community. How does she make her money? She sits at home. And then people come to borrow money. Some of them will put their building as a collateral. Others will use their plot of land. Some will use generator. You need to see this woman. The point is that at the end of the month, most of them cannot pay back. And people rumor around that she's using juju. I do not believe that. In as much as there are possibilities that that will happen, I still don't believe that. Because somebody is coming to borrow money to pay a house rent. You paid 1 year and you stayed from January to December. At the expiration of that 1 year, you are not able to renew the rent. And somewhere along the line, you believe in miracle that you're going to borrow and pay. My brother, there are possibilities that if you cannot pay for the first 1 year, you may not be able to pay the next year, paying back the money you borrowed with interest, as well as offsetting your bills. I do not see the possibilities. That is why every one of us must cut our coat according to size. Now, Nigerian is telling you now that we have borrowed 33 billion US dollar. Of course, it's more than that. And we just say, China, give us money, give us money. We will pay anyhow. And so China is going to give them money and then they will pay anyhow. After they have divided this money among themselves. And then the next thing you will do is China will come in with their portfolio and say, yes, we borrowed you money, yeah, and you said anyhow. Now we have come to collect our money anyhow. I was trying to look at radioactive powers or currency currents traveling around the globe in order to be able to ascertain its negative impact on the people in the nearest future. Believe me, it shocked me that at the middle of Africa, China has a mass there. They have a very huge mosque anchored on the heart of Africa. People don't understand the implication of that. But one day you will understand. I listened to our people discuss this issue on the television, on the radio yesterday. One of the presenters was saying, China is overpopulated, so they have to come down to Africa. So if China is overpopulated now, our ancestral land now will become their own. But this is Nigeria. They want you to die as an idiot. If China is overpopulated, let them go and collect the land of Mexico. Let them collect some land from America. Let them go and dump some of their children somewhere in Malaysia. But you are a black man according to Mazi Kano. You are a black man. So the only thing you can reason is that they are overpopulated. They should take over Raqqa. As we speak today, these people are controlling part of Africa. Slaves has begun already. This is Nigerian case you are talking. And when we say divide Nigeria, they say no, it's our one Nigeria, in territory, one Nigeria. But I will not be a prophet of doom. There are things I would have said. Collected by the government, we are signed even before the term, we are negotiated. All the loan they collect, there is no single document that says this is how the loan will pay. They left a clause there. And so the China can come out and just look at all of us and say, I love Biafra state. You give Biafra to me since you cannot pay me. And then people in Biafra will stand up. We no go gree, we no go gree, we no go gree, you know. You be idiot that time. They take data, then take emo, they take honesty. The only thing you can do is you no go gree. Those of you on Facebook, those are emo people protesting for the what do they call him? The Supreme Court governor. The people came out en mass. They say we no go gree, we no go gree. Today they no gree. Onaya, we no go gree, we no go gree. Where is Onaya today? And then we keep fighting. We will keep fighting until that which we deserve, that which is right, just before all is given to us, are right. They will tell you, oh, don't worry, it's okay. Do you know that Ambazonia were part of Biafra before? Do you know that they carved them, or Obasanjo carved it and give it to Cameroon? That Cameroon should help them block the coastal region of Biafra land? So there will be no food supply, which led to the death, starvation of over 3.5 million innocent women and children. Where is Bakassi Peninsula today? It belongs to Cameroon. Who owns Cameroon? It belongs to Francophone, French. So when you are telling, oh, it won't happen, it's not possible, it is possible, because this money they borrowed, they are going to share it. And you know what? They won't even give you as a Biafran. But they use Biafra man. Chibuike, Amechi, of course we will get there. To Biafra man. Chibuike, Amechi allege that Goodluck signed some, about 1.6 million US dollar. And then he came and toppled it, making it go over 33 million US dollar. That is what Chibuike said. And then we continue to see, he say, the approach in is the reason we have government and representative. And then the journalist was writing that issues like this are the reason we have government and representative. Where are our representatives? They tell us Kokambu story. Where are they? We have commercial contracts signed in US dollar. Why the loan agreement for the execution of the same contract were signed in Chinese yen? Do you understand the implication there? The money, in terms of talking about the volume of the currency, they told you is dollars. But they went ahead to tell you how the money will be spent. And they wrote them in yen, Chinese currency. Some people will say it doesn't mean it can be converted. No, it means. It means. Let me tell you what you have not seen in that clause hidden there. If Chinese borrow money, lend you money, they be the colonial master. But dollar is the real lingua franca. And of course, forget about the local naira. And then when Chinese is coming in, they agree on the terms to sign them in dollar, not in pounds, because Britain is gradually losing her grips over her colonial territory. But of course, America has a very big foot across the globe. And so America will testify, yes, this dollar was actually given to you people. And now to collect the money back, or how the money will be spent, it is documented in the Chinese yen. Now, the implication now is that when they are coming to spend the money, they spend it on their way. You don't even know the value of their currency. All your chartered accountant have been buried under Akintola Williams. So when they are idiot, Akintola William, who is the sole director and the owner of Chartered Accountant Institute, will bury everybody. That is why one-time finance minister of Nigeria don't even know 2 times 7. He don't know 2 times 7. That is a finance foreign minister, international, globally. Nonsense. When they are coming to execute your business, they bring their people. When they build a machine for you, they write it in their language. And somebody rightly say, if this trend continue, our national item will change very soon. Speaking slave English language will change. And then the next time you see, in fact, some of us are seeing it as a future prospect. May I remind you that our late sister Chimobi Okafo was studying Chinese language in Oku Polytechnic. So people are looking at it as a way to make money in the future. And then very soon we wake up one morning, our children will say, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is our special number for the female. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where you calling from. Caller on the line. Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, Biafra all over the world. We go to Kopicadia Madera in Onyeibe. They kind of bamboo that we restore our land here. May the peace of Kopicadia dwell upon us. We will make it. At the hands of the Most High Creator in heaven, continue to guide our deputy and our leader. More importantly, encourage him to do this final job for the restoration of Biafra, because our leader is coming back. There is no citizen that will stop it. Any our leader decides, nobody can push him to them. Our leader knows the text. This is a picture that God in heaven gave. Nobody should push him. That is whom I am. I am unreserved minded in this project. I'm not here. I'm not into this project alone. Before I came into this project, I'm myself. I want to say something about what Biafra is a righteous person. Biafra is not a nation that you think it is. Biafra is a pure nation that is ordained by God in heaven. Behind his name. It's not a nation that you can just be there thinking what you did to this person and what you did to that person. It is a divine project. Therefore, I mandate every project, as long as you are a Biafra in this project, as an IPOP member, just take care. Our leader remains the only way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to Biafra except through him. It's not we weekend. It's not the weekend, not this one. Let us see you. We are all dead. Look, let me tell you, look, chapter 21 to 24. Go and study everything about you. You think I'm into this journey? Just like that. Every time, I must pass this message. You that I will not pass the message. Everything about that is for Asia. He has told it to me. That is why he said, I advise every one of you to go and study Luke chapter 21 and chapter 24. Everything he said, he say after both. If you decide that he is the one that he will want, no problem. After all, Jesus is not, his name is not Jesus, his name is Yahweh. And he did not tell you people to go and teach. They are studying his life. That is why he inherited heaven. And let me warn you people. Romans chapter 9 till chapter 7. We are the owner of this land. That only just I cannot move with the Christian. What wrong with Jesus? Just respect yourself.
Yes, we lost that caller. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes. Yes, I'm here, Onyeibe.
Good morning from
Onyeibe, good morning.
Unstoppable.
Good morning, my dear brother. I remain unstoppable CB. Unstoppable CB is indigenous of Idemabam. Idemabam in Chukwu in Biafra land. Mazi, I am calling you. I'm a member of Shabbat Allah Biafra. Mazi, I am calling you right now in Owaza. Mazi, these people have sold us all around. Even in Owaza here where I come to work, you see how these people collected almost the whole village has been gone away. They have collected it and be drinking oil, building their company, eating the money alone, using military to surround the people in the village. But still our people can never wake up to see what is happening. Our people do not know how these people, the one that hurt me so much is that when you tell them something, they will begin to grade you as if you didn't go to university or you go to university. You are not my class, you are my class. This is what that always make me insane. My own blood brothers, when you begin to tell them about what is happening, they say forget, because they know the level of my education. They know whom I am. They do not understand what is about to happen. But I'm telling them, there will be, as my leader said it, that no mercy in Biafra dictionary.
When they say that to you, tell them that is how God functions. He said, I will reveal these secret, great and mighty things to those children. And those who think they are wise and learned, they will never know that. When we talk about principle, spiritual principle operation, the hidden things of the world, with the wisdom of the world, nobody can see God. And they will never understand this. Go ahead, please.
They can never. I used to tell them that Chukwu Kikabiyama say he uses the foolish things of the world to confirm the wise. Even though they think that they are wise, they are learned, but they are educated fools. They are nowhere to be found in this world, because the education which they receive is nothing. They cannot even defend themselves. I asked my sister, you are a chartered accountant. You made your NYC in a knot. All those people, all those northern girls and boys, you people will go to university or go to do NYC. Are they looking for job? Why is it that you are still looking for job even till today? How many years ago? You are still languishing in your mother's home. Our people cannot wake up. Over religion have taken our people away. When you tell them, you say, hey, this is the end time. That is what the Christ Jesus said. That at this time, they don't allow them to deceive you. That means we are coming to deceive you people. Yeah? They are coming to tell them that deceive them for the coming of Christ. Without knowing, I ask you, Mazi, does Britain speak proverb? Does America, do they use proverb? Jesus always used proverb to tell these people story. To tell them that this is our own brother. And those proverbs must surely come to pass in our own time, whether they like it or not. Even the parable of the sower, the parable of the kingdom, the parable of everything has already begun to happen. Mazi Nando Kukalo have opened our eyes to know the truth. All I know is, if you like, wake up. If you like, don't wake up. But all I know that all must hear Biafra. Mazi Onyeibe, I use this media to thank Ohamadike. Every day and night we keep on praying for him. We will not pray enough until we will not relax until it is over. It's not yet over, it is over. Mazi, keep on keeping on.
Thank you very
all
much.
I know is all that we have.
All you heal him. Yes, caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi George Onyeibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. My name is Ndubisi. I call from Enugu State. I'm indigenous of Ebonyi State, from Aba. Now the thing where they talk this morning, the thing they pay for body. They don't sell all of us through. And as the message they go like John the Baptist, they know the hearer. Nobody the hearer. They won't sell all of us too. And this message they work all round about. They know the hearer. Look at Africa. Then don't sell them to Julius Berger. They eat the money. They no even take the indigenous for work. What kind of work are we like this? Are we still existing in a sense we are Nigeria? The thing tire me. Thank God I greet you and I greet our Mazi.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Our people must be alert. Somebody will say, I don't know, what do we do? How do we do it? There is a way to do things that you don't know how to do. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Mazi Onyeibe.
Yes, my brother.
The great lion of Biafra land. Good morning. Mazi Onyeibe Ejike. I hear from Eziago in Enugu State in Biafra land. I'm calling from the land of India, Mumbai precisely. Mazi Onyeibe, thank you so much. Mazi, what you are talking is in line. Do you know, let me start from church, but the way I will emphasize it, look, do you know, we are answering George Onyeibe, is he not?
Of course.
They're both. Do you know in South Africa, in their police, before they give you promotion or any offer in South Africa, I'm talking to you, call any South African person, they will send you, it's on news. They are learning Chinese language. Do you know in some part of Africa, especially East Africa, the Chinese have a commission of police in Africa, in another man's land. Mazi Onyeibe, what you are talking, I thank God so much for Biafra, because if not Nnamdi Kanu and this movement of our independence, Mazi, we are lost. Even me, I lost before I enter into IPOB. Mazi, I don't have much to say, but what I'm telling everybody, those dummies, those fools, they think they are educated, they are more learned than, they are more Catholic than Pope. By grace of Elohim, time shall come, the day of reckoning. Let them continue counting days. Biafra must be restored, whether they like it or not. Mazi, I thank you so much. I greet you from the land of India.
Thank you. Yes, caller on the line. Your name and where you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good morning from here. Good morning from here.
Good morning. Chukwu gozie. Mụ abụ onye gwara gị na nchọrọ ikwu okwu na redio, nchọrọ ịgwa ndị mmadụ okwu na redio ka ha jụọ m ajụjụ ka nza ha. Mgbe ị kwutere okwu back to your root. Ọ dụrọkwa n'isi, but ọ ka nye guideline etu enwere ike isi go back to our roots.
You see, Dede, you have to call me. You have to call me outside the program.
I've been calling you outside.
Don't worry, listen. The moment you continue discussing this issue with me online, I will have a different mindset towards it. Do you have my private line?
Hello.
Do you have my private line?
I don't have, only this line I know. You know, I'm a big old man. I cannot get all these numbers.
I have taken your number. I will just still hold the line. Let me take your number correctly, so we'll talk later, because I will not discuss this issue with you online. And 080. Just still hold on. All right, I will get back to you later on.
Okay, I will continue calling you, because it's what I will discuss with you before it goes on radio.
Of course, persistence is the key. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Keep on trying, please.
Well done, sir.
Yes, thank you.
It's all right, Mazi. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm there. Bolachi.
Yes,
good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Richard. I am calling from Qatar.
Go ahead, please.
You know, this program, this program I used to call it Igrigindu Nkowa. Yeah, your saga, yeah, your star. I'm that all your everybody this morning. I want to thank you, sir, for what you've been doing. Your program has been very, very instructive, has been very, very educative. The problem, look at what happened to Mali yesterday. I was considering what happened to Mali yesterday. Why such thing cannot happen in Nigeria, that deadly country, is because that country is not even supposed to be one. If you look at that Mali, they were able to achieve what they achieved yesterday because they speak in one language, they have one culture, they have one belief. That's why they're able to achieve what they achieved yesterday. But in Nigeria, such kind of thing will not happen. If it is happening in Lagos, the people living in Abuja will say, "Waiting concern us." If it is happening in Abuja, people in Lagos will say, "Waiting concern us." If it is happening in Anambra State, people in River State will say, "Waiting concern us." So such any nationalities together to call it Nigeria. So I was just wondering what happened to Mali yesterday. I said, "Oh God, can this thing actually happen in Nigeria?" No, I answered that question myself. I said, "This thing cannot happen in Nigeria."
And let me tell you the truth now let me tell you about what happened in Mali. What happened in Mali is just another invincible colonial master manifestation. France is behind it. With all the colonial, all the coup and all of them, Mali is still going to remain where France, the colonial master, was then to be. If you notice, I try to explain. These people may not be here presently, but they have their spiritual weapon. But then it is our duty to rise up and fight to dominate the physical. And then we talk about the spiritual. Or better still, we must begin to prepare our mind towards that direction. There is a coup in the whole French company. Or don't you know Mali belong to Francophone? You think
I know.
They want to remove their hand from their benefit? As far as our country will benefit us, the colonial master will lose. And they will make sure we don't benefit from our country. And so they continue to gain. But Nigeria is the one dragging out ugly leg now to make our lives sore. Go ahead, please. I'm just bringing something to you.
Yes, you are very much correct in what to say. If you remember what happened during Jonathan time when they protested for subsidy, we know that Britain and America, their hand is in that protest. That's why you see this time around, because they are not supporting financially. They are not supporting physically. That's why such kind of protest cannot happen now. If you look at that protest they protested in Lagos or just at that time, there is foreign backing. That's why they were successful in that protest. But now, nobody, no foreign backing in the protest. So such kind of protest cannot happen. That's what I'm trying to say. There must be a foreign hand in such kind of a thing to be achieved. So my people in the East that always say one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Sometimes, though Mazi have told us that we should not be insulting the elders, all those things. If you look at how Tanko Yakata talk, if you look at how Amdu Abdullahi or something like how he talk boldly, he talk without even fearing the federal government. But when they will talk, he be trying to paint war, trying to be diplomatic. No. Talk as it is. What you know, because nobody will, nothing will happen to you. Look at this man, this RAYU to Shetima. When Shetima will talk, he will not even think of her. He talk the way But if our people will talk, they will try to paint what they say. I don't know. So if I look at this thing, I don't know whether it is ojo or cowardness. I don't know. We'll be talking about Biafra. Don't they know that Biafra is where our hope lies? In Nigeria, we don't have any hope. In Nigeria, there is no hope for any of us. Even this presidency they are talking about, they can never get
Fulani. Nobody has faith. They can only steal the crumbs. They eat the crumbs they are stealing. No hope for any of them. One way or the other, everybody is going to go down. The earlier they understand, the better. This thing will not be in the favor of everybody. Thank you very much.
Look at it. Was thanking federal government for allowing the biggest ship to berth in Port Harcourt. Look at, how can you thank federal government? For what? How can you thank federal government for allowing ship to berth in Port Harcourt? For what? Must you thank them for allowing ship to berth in Port Harcourt? For what? That means you have already assumed yourself to be a conquered person. So anything if they do
now and very soon you people will understand. No man want to me here. It may work well. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yeah, my brother Onyeibe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Biafrans. Yeah, this is Shidozie Nkwemeka calling from Kenya, East Africa. Yeah, my brother, I'm very, very happy to have you back on stage, have you back online to lecture, to continue your lecture. I thank Chukwu Ikabiama for protecting you, for keeping you, for strengthening our leader, for strengthening our deputy leader, every principal officers. I appreciate Chukwu Ikabiama for taking us this far. I thank him and ask him to continue his work until we get to our destination, which is Biafra land, the rising sun. There is something that is bothering me all the time. Each time I think about this, it's really making me my head pop up. It's even giving me BP. How can our people don't reason anything rather than bribe, rather than money? The cheap money they get from the Fulani Caliphate, they don't think of any other thing, even things that is happening at their doorstep. What they can see, they look as if they don't see it. Sometimes I think I don't know how to explain this. People are seeing things happening in their own eyes. They are seeing it, not people telling them, not news, not Google. They are seeing it with their own very eyes, and still they are looking elsewhere because of money, which will one day live and go. Most people that are doing this are 70s, 80s. They have less than 10 years to live, and still they cannot count their teeth with their tongues. That is an adage in Igbo land. My father always tell me that. My father advice to destruction. They want to sell us all out, and they are keeping quiet, only clamoring for 2029 or 2010. I can't even understand this. I don't understand this. Our problem is these people, these our politicians, these our fools. That's our problem. Fulani is not our problem. Our problem is these people that can't even stand up and say, this is not good, this is good, this is right, this is wrong. They are there looking, moping, looking at their children dying, starving, humiliating, and they are there looking
They are not doing anything. What sort of elders do we have? What kind of human beings are these people? And they are there looking at us, and they are there listening. They can't even change their mind. They can't even say this is enough. And when people come up and start talking, they go back. They go at the back and pick the person and kill because of their selfish interest. My brother, I pray that Chukwu Ikabema will guide us together to fish these people out and eliminate them. That is my own take.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother friends. Thank you, everybody. Continue. God will see us through.
Of course. Yes, caller Friday, are you still there? Mazi Friday, okay. Yeah. Are you still there? Good morning from here. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Good morning, my able African rep, Mazi Onyeibe. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning, lover of freedom. My name is Mazi Friday. I am the servant of IPOB media head. I want to say, may Chukwu Ikabema bless you all immensely for your love and support and one love spirit used in fighting the battle.
Get ready. That was the pioneer. That was the genesis. The terrorists changed their mind. Not until the people will fight back. God will not stand for them. God, for God's sake, is not a God of weak people. He's the God of the strong. And who are the strong? Those who, even though they do not have the power, but yet very willing to stand up to hold the bull in the horn. You will not understand. Of course, they will lead us to that point. We need a little motivation. More killing, more raping, more frustration, more emasculation of everything we hold dear. And then we will wake up. But why you linger and let time go? The risk there is that the children who are coming after us will think this is who we are. No, this is not who we are. And that is why people like me, we don't back down for any idiot. If you don't stand for the right thing, you get out. Because we know who our fathers were, who they are. They were the proud warriors in ancestral savannah. They were the true owners of Africa. And not this things we are here today. I hate to complain, but sometimes it's okay. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Thank you for holding
Mazi, good morning.
Go ahead, please. Morning from here.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning. Mazi, I will always want to appreciate you. My name is Okechukwu Kelechukwu, precisely calling you from the capital city of Uganda, Kampala. Mazi, I will always appreciate you and haven't give yourself out to oblige to this duty, you know, and the things are really going the way it should be going, because whomever that obliged to this huge task, Chukwu Abiyama will always give strength to carry out, because our cause is just. We want Biafra, and that's what we want, and Biafra shall we get. Thank you for having me once more in your platform. Mazi, I call not to deliberate on the issues you put out there. I just want to reach out to our people. I just want to thank you, because one good thing with Radio Biafra is this: when you listen, somebody might air out. One of us will definitely air out what you want to say. You understand me? So there is no need of getting in the pitch and be running around when you don't have an opponent, unless you are doing exercise. And I'm not a fan of such. Mazi, one thing I want to say now to our people, because it done to me like our leaders always lament, that the most difficult task on this planet Earth of ours is getting a black man, not just black, but those who, the worst of it kind, the ones in Africa, getting them to reason. That's the worst thing, the worst. And they have observed that. And that's the reason why I said, let me call. And I'm so happy I get through. Mazi, you know, people keep, it's not only on your platform. Even when Ike Peters is on America talking, or Alozie, you see here our people saying, even though our leaders say we should not abuse these people, are we sick in the head? Are you expecting our leader to come out and tell you Sunday to start abusing those that are killing you? Are you expecting our leader to come out and give you instruction and mandate and say, oh yeah, go back again, start? You people are not well. Our people, I don't know what is wrong with our people. Our leader simply said that for now, he gave out the reasons. But you can see that the Ifenebe Kanebe, does that stop you to say the truth, to air the truth out? When you see somebody doing evil, don't say, our leader say, anyway, let me leave you. No. You come out on this air, you say what you know. We are not, after all, when you hear our leader at some point, he will tell even our brethren, those we can call from other people, we find ourselves under the umbrella Nigeria. Our leader do say, whenever you see me, the admonish is not out of hatred, but I'm trying to call you back. I'm trying to tell you things so that you will understand. You pay attention. You see what I'm telling you. But our people keep saying, anyway, let's leave them. Our leader has given us an order. Even in some of platform, they piss me off. They will keep telling you, our leader say, are we abusing anybody? We are just pinpointing. We are saying the error, just like what you are saying now. Imagine Chibike Amaichi is a Biafran. It doesn't really matter the tribe he chooses to say he came from. He's a Biafran, but he's now signing away the evil. I don't think his children has future too. Are you getting me? Now you will now say, because our leader said, who told you that? It's not what our leader said. Reason, for once, our people should reason. These people are, just like our leader said, they are our death warrant. How do you want our leader to explain it to you again? Our leader has a reason why he said this thing. Now you still want our leader to come out and to say, okay, start attacking them. What's wrong with our people? What's wrong with Biafrans? Our leader never said you won't tell the truth. Tell things the way they are. Mas, I have had this enough. If the next scholar that left before this very one said something like that again, they keep saying things like that. They say our leader said we shouldn't abuse it. That's not what our leader said. Our leader said we mellow down because there was agreement to see. But our leader never said we shouldn't say the truth. Even the regarding to Yorubas, our leader never. It's because of the way we hit, with the way we say things, and now you see they are trying to buckle up. There was never a time our leader, and if you're expecting our leader to come on air to tell you, or you start, then you don't know why you are here. You are not a freedom fighter. Mazi Onyeibe, chukwu oke abai magozi ore nke otu.
Yes, sir. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, my brother, Mazi Onyeibe.
Thank you for holding on.
Thank you very much. My name is Ojiako Anant. I'm from Anambra State in Biafra land, precisely from Maguleri. But I'm calling from East Africa here in Kenya. You see, we see a lot of things happening, and yet you will still see a lot of mad people going around talking a lot of garbage. There is no way somebody will be struggling and you will not get an enemy. Enemy must still be going about. But one thing I have to contribute here is this. There is no way on this earth. The worst mistake we Biafrans are going to do today is to go back on our word, not to continue to fight for this. If we ever make a mistake by stepping back on the issue of Biafra, it is going to be our doom forever. So I am begging, I am thanking all of you doing all this for us. And I believe that God will strengthen you people. No matter what the enemy do, it will never affect you people. You will always be strong by the power of God. God will keep strengthening you. And I appreciate everything you people are doing. You, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, all of you. I pray that God will strengthen you and give you more courage to continue in this fight.
This is all I have to say. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. We, of course, we understand the implication behind our actions. We understand the need why all of us must stand up in a time like this. But like I always say, the truth cannot be overemphasized, either in or out. We will continue to push until Biafra is restored. I used that terms. I was actually making an audio and my son said, we go nowhere, we die here. Honestly, it does not mean that we are going to die here. Everybody, of course, the people will know the truth. We understand what is oppressing our people for a while, but they will know the truth. But let it be on record that we don't want to conquer anybody. Good morning, Shalom. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Senator calling from Uganda. So make I hear you, Mazi, from good work you are doing from us this morning. But also tell you for what they have. Let me present this news to our Mazi Namdekan as he's going to come here today. The way we come treating us here in Uganda, in Ikoku, making papers telling we can make it reduce down the way he's treating us.
What did we do?
Here in Uganda, we are suffering the issue of this Ikoku side. The way we come treating us, making consider us here in Uganda, we are suffering.
What did
making dresses.
What did we do?
Mazi, and to this homework people, this our youth here, instead of them to join IPOB, they are killing themselves.
What did Wiki do?
Hello?
What did Wiki do? How did he maltreat you?
No, he's telling us to remove our people to vacate from where they are selling business. They want to do something. I don't know what they wanted to do. So he should consider us because it's not easy for us.
You will say he should consider you. You will say he should consider you, not that he's maltreating you. If your landlord gives you quick notice, you know they maltreat you now.
Okay, Mazi, it didn't give us, just give us this notice.
I understand. Anyway.
As this lockdown started, just wake up. The way you do during the time of this task force, you just wake up and just call for task force without it considering people. Some people are selling pure water. Some people are selling granite. It didn't make provide place for them just to wake up and call for task force, starting harassing people. And that is what we are trying to. That's why we are fighting for Biafra.
Of course.
To make a case, you have to reason. Know how whether you go favor those people you are trying to. That is why we are fighting Biafra. Maybe you go just wake up one day just to call for something like this. That's why we are complaining.
Thank you very much. Your request is noted, and of course, Wiki and those who know Wiki must understand. Every of our governors in Biafra land, there are policies you implement to the detriment of the people. To you, you are okay. It doesn't matter. Believe me, I understand the difference between the left and the right. But the truth boils down that one way or the other, one way or the other, this is one thing we must all understand. If you kill all of us because you occupy a very odious position in a time like this, believe me, when the real deal will start, it will dawn on you. I call upon Biafrans anywhere you are all over the world. This is the time for all of us to beam our satellite back home. We must take our life back. Our request is simple, that we might be the author of our destiny. We want to be the author of our destiny. We want to decide where we sleep, what we eat, how we eat, who we worship. It's not too much to ask for. But there are those of you who think that is for because of your own children. You are going to starve us to death, or you are going to starve our own children to death. Soon all of you will understand that onu willion wepume sekwahwa. Onu willion wepume isekwahwa. And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this morning's segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call, and my apology to those of you I cannot pick your call. Understand one thing is at stake: Biafra. Anyhow they want them, it will come out. Good or bad, we did here. In or out, we have started it. We go nowhere. Believe me. I'll take one call more, and then I sign off from here. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, Onyeibe. I have been following your program and I love what you guys are doing. May God bless each and every one of you. It's not an easy task to be doing this type of freedom movement, especially from those who are in Nigeria who don't reason properly. I thank you so much. And what I want to my contribution to the program today is about what is happening in our land. How the Chinese people wants to claim our own land, and there is no elder, there is no father, there is no mother talking against it. Everybody is just interested in the crumbs they are going to get from the master's table, which is very, very disheartening. It's so heartbreaking. When I look at it, I know that we don't have men in our land. All we have are political thugs. And they are political thugs not because we are cowards, it's because they let us join them and even become their slaves and their own work, their slave infiltrated citizens in our land. We have been ruled by Igbo people. We have Igbo governors in our lands. Somebody like Joseph Okalo, after leading us, where did he get us? There is no infrastructure set up. There is no thing that he has done to make our lives better. Now somebody is campaigning to make Joseph Okalo a president of Nigeria as a mandate for Igbo in exchange for Biafra. That is driving me insane. When a person reasons like this, I wonder who are those people that are following him. What Joseph Okalo is doing is not campaigning. That thing they are doing is not campaign.
Thank you very much. And this is where we round up on this morning segment. Honestly, my time is up. Sincere apology, my brother. We will continue from where we stop. Yes, of course, like I said earlier, Biafra, freedom is all we want, and we will never negotiate when it comes to those terms. I could only ask the spirit of the Creator to sweep all over our land and sweep away the